Hey, what's up guys? PK here. So I got another spinning reel comparison for you guys. Today I'm comparing the Shimano Stradic Ci4 Plus against the Daiwa Ballistic LT. The Daiwa Ballistic LT is Daiwa's newest reel. Now they released this and decided to went head to head with the Shimano Stradic Ci4 Plus. As you can see, they are both similar. Just looking at it, you know, the red and black accent, the gold line roller to the handles, and even the weight is very similar. Just everything about these two reels is very similar. So the Ballistic LT is Daiwa's answer to the Shimano Stradic Ci4 Plus. Okay, so let's look at the specs really quick. Here for the Ballistic LT, 6.2 gear ratio, 6.3 ounce, 22 pound drag. About 34.5 inch per crank and 6 ball bearings. It's actually 7, including 1 roller bearing. Okay. Now the Ballistic LT 2500 size has actually 2 models. This is the XH. This is the high gear ratio one. Okay, so let's go over the specs really quick. All right. You got the Shimano Stradic on the left column and the Daiwa Ballistic LT on the right column. Okay, let my camera come into focus right here. All right, there we go. All right, so let's go over the price really quick. They're about the same, depending on where you get it. You know, it might be a difference of $5 to $10, but most places you look online, the price is going to be the same. Weight, the Daiwa comes in at 6.3 ounce, the Shimano at 6.7. So the Daiwa has a slight advantage along with a drag. 20 pound of drag for the Shimano, 22 pounds of drag for the Daiwa. They both have left or right hand retrieve. The line capacity is where the Daiwa is going to have an advantage here. As people has mentioned, Daiwa reels and the Shimano reels, their sizes are kind of wacky. Shimano spool capacity tends to be a little bit less than the same model number for the Daiwa. Okay, so the Daiwa tends to be a little bit offer you a little bit more in terms of line capacity for the same size reel models. Okay, both have 7 ball bearings. It is used for fresh and salt water. For this size, 2500. You know, panfish, trout. Bass fishing, it's a really good size for it. Sizes offered. The Shimano has 4 sizes you can choose from: 1000, 2500, 3000, and 4000. And the Daiwa has a whopping 7 models to choose from 1000 all the way up to the 6000. There's only 6 models, model offered. They do have the low gear ratio 2500 plus the high gear ratio 2500 XH, which is what this one is. Okay, so technology there, they're pretty much the same thing. It's just you know, it's just worded differently. It's all marketing. For the Shimano Hagana gear, X-Ship, and MGL rotor, that's their Magnum Light rotor. When you turn the handle, it's supposed to give you that you know, that weightless feel, which is very, very nice. I like it a lot. Core Protect for seal protection, Ci4 Plus, carbon fiber, stainless steel ball bearings, aero wrap, power roller, super stopper, and the Daiwa, you got a smaller body and housing, Zion housing, LT concept, very light yet very strong. So that's what the LT stands for, light and tough. Sorry, not strong, tough. LT, light and tough. Machined aircraft graded gear, max seal, reduces water. The max seal is kind of nice. The seal is pretty good here. 7 bearing system, 1 corrosion resistant ball bearing, 5 ball bearing, and 1 roller bearing. Okay, it's designed for freshwater, inshore, and offshore applications, as well as the Shimano. All right, coming down here. Again, as I noted, Daiwa sizes are slightly larger than Shimano's in terms of the same model size. Line per turn, 35 inch for Shimano, 34.5 for the Daiwa. Gear ratio 6:1 for the Shimano and 6.2:1 for the Daiwa. So the Daiwa has a not, you know, a slight advantage for the gear ratio. Okay, so look at these reels. So as you can see, they look very similar down to the handle. Okay, look at that. So the end of the handle there, see that? Very similar. Similar color. Again, the weight, you know, 6.7 to 6.3. You know, when you pick them up, you're not gonna notice any difference because the difference is very small. The Daiwa, extremely smooth reel. You know, can't go wrong with it. Very nice. And the drag clicker, that's one of my things, guys. I love a loud drag clicker. Very loud, you can hear that. It's pretty awesome. The drag setting up here, drag knob, very smooth. The bail flips over, and it does have automatic trip. So one thing I want to mention here is both reels in the instruction manual, they don't recommend you open them up. If you want to open them up, you have to send them in. So that's what they said, okay? So, you know, a reel of this caliber, I probably would be afraid to open it up. The handle on the Daiwa here is slightly thinner than the one on the Shimano here. The grip, you know, very rubbery, won't slip on you. Turns very smooth. It's pretty awesome. On the bottom here, you have your anti-reverse switch right here. Okay, so you want to, you know, turn your spool backward, rotor backward, go for it. It's right there. Give you a look on the other side. The line clips there too. Now the handle, it is a screw-in handle, a screw-in type. All right, so just like the Stradic. Okay, so did Daiwa do enough? Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm hooked on my Stradic. It's been kind of hard to pull me away from it. I've been using it for years and years. You know, I'm a big fan of the Stradic, but it doesn't mean, you know, the Daiwa was bad in any way. It's just that you know, I've been using my Stradic for a long time. I'm a loyal fan. I'm probably going to keep on using it. So for the Stradic, difference here, it does not have an anti-reverse as it does here on the Daiwa, okay? So that's probably the main physical difference there. So again, as you can see, the color accent is very similar. You know, the red accent down to the gold line roller. So Daiwa is really pushing hard to, you know, get people to switch from the Stradic to use their ballistic. Which is good, you know. I'm glad they are coming with a Stradic competitor. It's needed because you know, competition is always great. It's gonna usually the consumer is gonna win with any competition. So when turning the handle, the Stradic starts up very easily, almost effortless. It is extremely smooth. That's because of the Magnum Light rotor. They wanted to create that, so you know, when you turn the handle, it's like there's no rotor at all. It's just that smooth. All right, so there it is. One last look for the two reels. Both are very phenomenal. The Ballistic LT just came out this year, probably what, about 3 to 4 months ago? I can't remember. The Daiwa's been out a while, longer than that. So I guess, you know, am I going to switch from my Stradic? To be honest, probably not. I really like my Stradic. I wish the line capacity on the Stradic are, you know, they offer more line capacity. And to be honest, I'm glad Daiwa came out with a ballistic because competition is always good for the consumer. You know, real companies going to come out with better and better models. And I'm not sure what else Shimano is going to do with this. I mean, to me, this is a phenomenal reel already. You know, ultra smooth, very light, very sensitive. And it's tough, it's durable, extremely reliable. So competition is always good. Let's see, you know, in the near future, what Shimano is going to do with this Stradic Ci4 Plus. I'm hopeful. And the one thing I would really want on a Stradic would be much more line capacity would be nice. You know, like a lot more than they have right now. It would be cool, but if you want line capacity, I would say go for the Daiwa. But for me personally, you know, I like my Stradic. I'm gonna keep on using it. I love them. I'm a big fan. So, all right, guys, that's about it. Hope you like this spinning reel comparison. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Have fun fishing and tight lines.